So what are your morning habits, your morning routines?
Well, that's not really it's not very interesting. If you basically, I wake up, I'm not really a morning person, so I like to stay up late. So I wake up and grab a banana or something and head off to work. But when I get into my office, I guess the first thing that I do, which has been helpful, and I've been doing this for years, is I have a whiteboard. And I've tried apps and things like that for to-do lists, but I just find it really helpful to, on the whiteboard, put what are my priorities today. And then once I write them all out, I'll put hours by them. Say, well, it's 9 o'clock right now. So at 9:30, I'll do this. At 10:30, I'll do that. 11:30, I'll do this. And admittedly, things will happen and I'll get sidetracked. But then I just come back and reassess after lunch, erase all the numbers, put the hours back on, and then bust it out. So that is just something that's helped me to be able to look back up at that whiteboard when my email box is constantly getting emails in it and things are coming at me, to look back up at the whiteboard and say, okay, what's priority right now? All right, I got 2 hours left. What's priority? Get this done. This other stuff, I'll do it tomorrow.
So what time do you usually wake up on average?
7:30 or 8.
Gotcha. So do you wake up around 7:30 or 8? What time does your day usually end? What time do you usually turn off? And it seems like, and if I may assume a little bit, right? It seems like you're a type of individual that even when you're sleeping, you're probably still thinking.
That is true. In fact, last night I had a dream about making YouTube thumbnails because of what you talked to me about, which is rebooting that YouTube channel. So I want to tell you that I check out about 11 o'clock at night and just chill for an hour, watch some Netflix, or I'm watching The Walking Dead World Beyond right now. So that's kind of cool. But last night I didn't want to watch anything. I started making YouTube thumbnails. So it's, I'm the kind of guy who like to rest. I'll design something like that, right? Yeah. So sometimes that's restful for me as well. It's just creative. It's just fun.
Gotcha. And it goes back to your marketing background. I would think that that's kind of something to fall back on when you don't want to think about the business side of things. So,
and it breaks stereotypes too, to be this kind of be seen as like an academic type, where I know that the academics is necessary so that I can have something of substance and content to help people with, but that's not really where I nerd out and get really excited about it. If I do get excited about it, it's because I go, wow, I can share this with people in an accessible way that people can get. And there are academics who kind of look down on the word accessible, like, oh, you're so accessible. You're just kind of dumbing it down for the populace. But that's what gets me excited, actually, is to take something that, might be a little complicated, bring it down to where bottom line, it can help your everyday average person sitting in the church pew, and they don't have to be an expert in this or that. But if you can explain it to them, you know what you're talking about. And it can actually help people instead of just sit in your mind. And, you think, oh, I have this cool thought. And you can actually see that helping people, and that's a rewarding thing.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that you're saying it now, but I visually and I also audibly hear it when you're on your podcast. Like you're taking these grandiose topics and you're making them small enough and comprehensible enough that way anybody layman could understand them, and then make a decision based upon that information versus trying to look at the big picture and trying to swallow it all at once. I definitely commend you again for your podcast. Just the way it's set up. I think it's definitely going to be a fruitful thing to kind of continue to grow and expand.
Well, thank you.